Hi there. Today I'm going to actually be trying to set up Tenable Network's virtual appliance. Not everybody knows that they have one. It's pretty great for all their on-premise deployments. What you can do basically is set up an OVA or OVF file. If you have VMware or actually a Hyper-V, they have both options to deploy Nessus, PDS, or even Security Center on it. The places that you can find this to download are actually found on the Tenable Network site. So if you go to Tenable.com, or if you actually go to the Tenable Virtual Appliances page, you'll see that there's the VMware or a Hyper-V option. You can download old versions if you wanted to. Basically, anybody who's going to be looking for pretty quick deployment, something like in 10 minutes or so, or is maybe like a little shy of a Linux deployment, these are great options. The other way that you can do this is if you're a Tenable customer, what you can do is go into their customer support portal. If you go to their download sections, and there's actually a Tenable Appliance section that you can go to and see all the old versions. If there's maybe you want to just grab the differential and maybe an update applied that you don't want to download yourself through the appliance on its own, you find more resources there. So, all right, I've actually already downloaded the appliance. So to kind of start off and walk you through this, I'm using my VMware client here at home. Go here and deploy OVF template. That will bring up the option that I already have preloaded here in my download section, the Tenable Appliance 4.4.0 standard. Move forward. As I go through this, I'll have to accept their license agreement. And then give it a name. I'll just call it Tenable Appliance for now. And I'm going to actually do a thin provisioning on this. It's set by default to a thick, but obviously if you don't want to set up your a ton of disk space for this, you can obviously set it to thin. So last part, you can actually come back to this later, is if you're going to have multiple NICs on it, you're able to actually set that up. So if you had like a Nessus scanner, you could point it at different subnets or VLANs or wherever you need to. So I'll hit next, finish that. And then I'll actually probably pause the video here in a second to bring it up to move forward. All right, so the appliance is configured and installed, fully deployed as it were. It took about 45 minutes for that, so just for your own thoughts and kind of considerations later. So I'll go ahead and close this. One of the things that you might want to take a look at though is before you get too far into it, is before powering it on, check out the specs that you have on the server. Depending on what you're going to make this, if you have ideas on whether it's going to be either a Nessus server or maybe Security Center, whatever, you can actually look on Tenable's general requirements, which is available in the documentation. I'll also include that in the description below. But basically, you can dive into these to say, like, all right, what do they require? Hardware requirements and so on. So I can kind of adjust. This one will probably just end up using for a Nessus scanner. So 2 cores and 8 gigs of RAM is plenty. So, all right. As I start this up, let me go ahead and power this on, and then I can actually open up the console and take a look at it. Alright, while that's booting up, just take a second here. Alright, now that that's booted up, it actually comes to this blue screen here. We'll be able to see appliance information if we want to look at, basically configuring IP addresses, basically setting up the DNS name of the gateway, what subnets you're going to drop it on. We can configure it, do some network testing, ping sweeps and whatnot. But then it really just does hop in here to see the appliance information. You'll see that you can access the appliance on, for me it's .133, but you'll have to do it on port 8000. That's the thing that a lot of people miss. So what we can do is I already have the browser uploaded here. On port 8000, make sure you put the HTTPS as well. Going here, advanced, proceed, and we're going to see the main Tenable appliance setup page. This is really where you can first choose what application you're going to install. Starting out with like Nessus. This is just what I'm going to end up using for this one. So Come down here, look at the licensing agreements again. To your appliance, the application, accept that license agreement. Once you hit that, it'll say green, and then you can actually set up a password saying, admin, for the user. This is going to basically be the equivalent of almost like a root level password, where since you won't really have command line access, this is how you'll log into your web portal here. So, all right, let me just set a password here. See if that worked. Type that one more time. All right, awesome. And then you can come in here actually again and say, what domain name and servers do you want? If you want to set the default gateways, if you want to put multiple network cards on it, you can actually turn them on or off, configuring the interfaces, so on. Let's say continue. There is an option for account recovery. So if you have a Google Authenticator, you can actually get a code sent to you based on this QR code to basically say if you for whatever reason forget that admin password, you don't have to lose everything to be able to get back in. So if you don't want to set this up while you're first setting this up, like if maybe you're in the middle of a POC, if you hit continue twice, it'll actually let you go on through without doing it. So it's going to take this time to install Nessus, and then we'll go to the last little bit here. Alright, so the last part here is once it's done installing Nessus or whichever application, it'll actually dump you straight into that new page. It'll push me to port 8834 for the Nessus application, where I can go and set that up. I'll put that into a different video. But for the appliance itself, if you want to hit back or go back to that port 8000 on the same IP, you'll be able to go back to the appliance page for all the information, the details, dates going on. If you need to do any type of administration or updates, going back through, maybe changing the host name, you want to change a later date. You can do all these things through that appliance page. If you need to see logs, or maybe even change what application is installed, blowing away, or maybe recreating your setup, you'll be able to do all of that from here. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and hopefully this helps you do a little bit more of what you're trying to do. So, bye.